Welcome back to 602 Row Show. We are going to be covering Fantasizer season long review,
Mhm.
just going through the end totals and some data dump from the Fantasizer season long product, which is our tried and true elite level competition that we have here. We'll jump right into it here. Season long final scores. Ashley kind of ran away with it here, and really from about the halfway point of the season, once it was clear that Shanae was going to score so many damn points, that was pretty much it. So
Yeah.
you and me second and third here, rounding it out. 88 meat holes, uh, which I believe is Kendall, uh, a ways off the total here. So
Yeah.
really, it's Ashley on a tier by herself. You and I are pretty close, and then you see the drop off with the rest of it there. Um, Interesting season. Fantasizer. As we jump here to the original pricing.
hmm
Um,
And this was a pricing that we were both very upset about.
yeah, it was tough pricing
Yeah.
coming in, knowing what we know. Obviously, if you're playing Fantasizer season long, you should be neck deep in spoilers.
Yeah.
So when this pricing came out, we were kind of in a tough spot. Um, Susie's pricing at $21, and knowing that Susie won, obviously the season didn't play out quite how we thought it did.
Yeah.
Um, but having the winner most expensive there right off the top, it really dictated the way you had to build a roster.
Yeah. Well, and
Um,
even we talked about this at the beginning too, but having like three of the top four being that like high pricing.
yeah, Susie at 21 there, Gabby at 19. Rachel at 17 ends up being a steal. We'll look at points per dollar here in a little bit, but it was tough coming in. If you watched our preview show, we had some difficulty setting lineups.
Yeah.
And it looking at the total points, it looks like everyone had some trouble setting lineups, except Ashley. um,
Well,
but
Ashley just like knew that it was going to be a drama season. She
yeah,
just knew.
and she nailed it here. You'll see overall scoring. Gabby, Rachel, Susie, way ahead of everybody else. And then Shanae, much like our week to week league, Shanae coming in fourth, big points. And like you said, it was all drama points. There was almost no connection or romance between the two. Serene rounding out the top five there. I mean, there's your final four
hmm
plus Shanae.
Yeah.
So as far as chalk goes, season played out pretty much exactly how you'd expect,
Yeah.
except Shanae.
Yeah.
Um, so here you got points per dollar, and this is really huge. I said a couple minutes ago here that Rachel at 17 was a must-have. 84 points per dollar off Rachel. Hard to argue with that production.
Yeah.
And then Susie there again. We knew she won, but she was very expensive, so you had to have her.
hmm
But fourth place for points per dollar.
Yeah.
So obviously still turned out the number of points that you needed, um, but definitely at $21 was not as beneficial to have on your roster as you would hope.
Yeah.
Anything else on these points per dollars kind of stand out to you?
Well, I'm just looking at the like Teddy, Genevieve, and Sierra. Knowing that, I mean, like Genevieve and Sierra obviously were more of those drama people, and Teddy, we just talked about it on our Rose League review, was really disappointing as like a first impression Rose getter, right? That we knew that she went really far. She got sent home right before hometown, so she lasted the entire season. But again, if you're paying $18 for Teddy, who's getting you 28 points a dollar, like that's not a good deal. And in fact, one of those cheaper girls, like Sierra or Genevieve, who didn't go as far, would have been better.
And Sierra, you nailed it there. Sierra really ended up being the keystone for a perfect lineup at $10.
She was a steal.
She really was. So we'll go ahead and jump here again. This is the perfect lineup.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so Gabby as your captain,
Mm-hmm.
which we would not expect.
No.
You would normally expect your winner to be your captain, and most of the people in the league had Susie as their captain.
Mm-hmm.
Those spoilers were pretty out there, especially where a lot of us were picking from. There's some information rolling around. But this would be your perfect lineup. So Gabby, Rachel, Susie, Shanae, Serene, Sierra. And again, Sierra at that $10 mark really rounds it out quite nicely.
Yeah.
65-26 is your perfect lineup. Ashley had 65-15.
Yeah.
The only miss she had was Susie instead of Gabby as captain.
Yeah.
And I would never in Fantasizer not take the winner as your
Yeah.
captain. So
No,
obviously
absolutely.
this season played out a little weird with how she quote unquote won. Um, but you have to expect your captain to be the winner. So great job there.
Yeah.
I didn't even look at Shanae. So that is what
It's
it
hard,
is.
right? Like that was part of the conversation that we had because I know I was in between Shanae, Sarah, and Teddy for a while, right? We had that whole conversation about like what the lineups would be.
The Women Tell All is something that I am criminally avoidant of, and 225
Forgetful.
points for Shanae off the top of the Women Tell All. Um, yeah, yeah. Women Tell All counts in Fantasizer, guys. Make sure you know your your rule set.
Yeah.
Something I've said 1,000 times, and
Still,
yeah, it matters.
it
It
does.
matters. It racks those points up. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, really good season. Obviously, a smaller turnout this year than I would like to see. So definitely set yourself up, bookmark Fantasizer.
Well, I will say too, so this season, the pricing came out really late.
Mhm.
Like I remember us having that conversation about it. And so hopefully the scoring will be out a little bit earlier too, to try to get people on board before the season starts.
So again, July is the start of the season here. Fantasizer season long. Um, you watch the first episode. You watch the introductions and the cocktail party, that first cocktail party, and then you set a lineup.
That instant connection.
Yeah, yeah, we saw where Teddy finished. So yeah, great job to everybody this year. Congrats to Ashley for winning. Um, I'm coming back next season. I'm coming back.
Yeah. I mean, I'm super excited to see how all of this plays out with having two bachelorettes because,
Yeah,
and like with the pricing of it and everything, like, yeah, I think it'll be super interesting.
yeah, we will see. We'll see. I'm sure it's going to be a headache for someone who is not me to try to figure that all out. But like and subscribe our videos. There's going to be a little bit of downtime here as we wait until July. It sounds like maybe they're not going to do BIP, but we'll figure it out. So
Yeah.
thanks for tuning in. I know that we've been promising the season-long review for a while here, but now it's out there. Now it's done. Kind of like what we'll do with the Rose League. We'll be taking a more granular look at some of the scoring. I think a lot of the charts I built for this is stuff that I think could be useful to people. So like and subscribe. Join the Rose League, bookmark Fantasizer, and we will get a link out and available right around the time for a season preview.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching 602 Rose Show, and I'll catch you guys in July.